What is happening, everybody? I hope you had a great weekend, and it's time to start a new week here at OddsShopper. So as you come and like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and we're about to run through some of the best projected bets that we have in our model for NBA playoffs, for the NHL playoffs, and the baseball slate. So let's get some of the data up on the screen. And if you guys want to get access to all of the data that I'm about to running through here and showing you, you get a 7-day totally free trial if you sign up using the link that we have below. No risk to you at all, and I think you're going to like it and stick around and use this product for the long haul. So difficult NBA slate, at least as far as the morning goes, because there's only 2 games, and one of them is the Milwaukee-Miami game, and Giannis Antetokounmpo is questionable, and Jimmy Butler is also questionable, so that definitely makes it a little bit hard to know what to make of some of the lines in that game. But anything that right now projects well as an over on either side of the game, I think makes sense from this standpoint. If, for example, we have Kevin Love right here, over 1.5 threes, our number one projected ROI bet of the day. That already looks good considering the current situation. But then if Jimmy Butler was to be ruled out, that would look even better. Same goes for something like props for Drew Holiday or Chris Middleton. If they look okay or they look good now, and then Giannis was to be ruled out, they would look even better later on in the day. And Kevin Love, as is playing extra minutes for the Heat since the injury to Tyler Hero. So Tyler Hero broke his hand. He's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks. So in all likelihood, the rest of the season. And Kevin Love, the last couple of games, has played, he started and played 21 minutes last game, which makes me think that we're going to see a bigger role from Kevin Love going forward. And then if Jimmy Butler is to be ruled out, that would look even better of a scenario for the season. Kevin Love is averaging 1.6 threes made per game, and that is in under 20 minutes. If Jimmy Butler's out and we're seeing Love stick in the starting lineup, probably mid-20s, maybe even upper 20s minutes from him, so over 1.5 threes looks like a good bet. Gabe Vincent under 2.5 rebounds. I'm going to be avoiding that as of now just because we've got that Jimmy Butler situation. If he's ruled out, sure, this under looks decent now, but what happens if Jimmy Butler doesn't play and then Vincent's looking at extra minutes and extra rebound opportunities? So going to be avoiding that one. Same like second quarter money line for the Bucks. Yeah, it's one that if you look here, so DraftKings is minus 135. It's as high as minus 159 in other books. FanDuel has it at minus 158. But if Giannis is ruled out and Jimmy Butler plays, then that money line bet for the second quarter doesn't look all that great. Same situation here. I'm not going to look too much more at the NBA stuff, actually, because all of these unders look good, but it's just so tricky to project with Jimmy Butler and Giannis both listed as questionable. I just don't want to take unders on any of these key players from either side of the game, have the star player ruled out, and then I end up having a bad bet on my hands. So the one NBA bet that I think looks good right here, Kevin Love over 1.5 threes. Let's look at the NHL playoff games. And by the way, there's nothing wrong with not placing a million bets every day. If I just have the one Kevin Love bet, cool. If that's where the value is, so be it. I'd rather place 1 plus EV bet than 1 plus EV bet and 6 bets that are negative EV. NHL games, we've got Kyle Connor for over 3.5 shots on goal. It's minus 114 at FanDuel. Every other book has it at minus 130 or wider. So right off the bat here, we are easily finding some better value for NHL compared to what was available for us in NBA. Nathan McKinnon over 4.5 shots on goal. He has been a monster in the playoffs so far. Something else of note here, some books have it at 5.5. The 4.5 is juiced as high as minus 170 at some spots. Best available line on Nathan McKinnon. We have this prop winning over 60% of the time, over 4.5 shots on goal at DraftKings. Let's look for some of the goal scorer props. It's funny. So I've been talking about this. This has been our number one prop as far as ROI is concerned. Goal scoring bets for NHL. That's included across all sports. Super high variance, which is going to be the case when you're betting lines that are, plus 310, some as high as plus 600. But in the long haul, these have definitely been profitable for us. Jaden Schwartz plus 310 at BetMGM to score a goal. No other book has it wider than plus 280 is the next closest over at FanDuel. But yeah, definitely a little bit of an outlier line here at BetMGM. So Jaden Schwartz, we have scoring goal 27% of the time, good for a 9% expected ROI. Best line is available there at BetMGM. See what else. We've got Jack Hughes, who's one of the better young players in the NHL right now, plus 155 to score a goal at BetRivers. FanDuel also has it at plus 155. Shortest line plus 113 at Caesars, but you could get close to the plus 155 odds pretty much at any book. FanDuel plus 155. DraftKings has it at plus 150, so that's not that far removed. Tatar plus 480 to score a goal. No other book has it wider than plus 400. So that's another one I think worth considering here as far as goal scoring prop goes. Let's see if we have any other shorter odds ones. Timo Meyer, minus 114 for over 3.5 shots on goal at Bet Rivers. It's also minus 118 at FanDuel, minus 114 at Unibet. We have this winning 55% of the time. So I wouldn't really play anything wider than minus 114, but this individually is a pretty good looking bet. So there's some of the hockey ones that we've highlighted. If you're looking for the safest bets here, I would say Kyle Connor over 3.5 shots on goal and Nathan MacKinnon over 4.5 shots on goal. Let's see what we have for baseball. And if you guys haven't done yet, do me a favor, like the video and subscribe to the YouTube channel. If you have additional questions or comments for myself, join our Chalkboard channel. It's totally free to download the Chalkboard app and free to download our channel and get into it. So just an extra way to get access to us, ask questions, sweat bets with us, and we post additional bets in there as well. I already posted a bet earlier today for the NBA games. Let's see, what do we have in here for baseball? Taj Bradley is a really good young pitching prospect for the Rays, one of the best pitching prospects we have in baseball. I know this is a brutally tough matchup for him against the Houston Astros, but I don't know that Bradley should ever have an over-under 4.5 strikeouts. A little bit of juice towards the over. I'm cool with taking it, though. So I'm going to be betting Taj Bradley over 4.5 strikeouts here. I'm going to pull up some of the numbers here for Taj Bradley for the season. And I think this will really just kind of show not just his numbers this season, but also looking at some of his career minor league numbers to give you guys an idea of what kind of strikeout upside this guy has. By the way, also, average fastball velocity has been 96.4 miles per hour as a starter this year. So only 2 starts so far for Taj Bradley, 10 innings. In those 2 starts, though, first outing against the Red Sox, 5 innings, 8 strikeouts, 1 walk. Second outing against the Cincinnati Reds, 5 1/3 innings, 9 strikeouts, 1 walk. So overall, Bradley's pitched 10 1/3 innings. He has 17 strikeouts to 2 walks. Pretty good results for him in the early going. Really good pitching prospect, really good stuff. 4.5 strikeouts. I like this as somebody who still looks to be getting overlooked a little bit by the books as he's getting acclimated to the big leagues. What else? We've got Johnny Brito under 4.5 strikeouts. And it's funny, we're not that far removed from people who were really excited about Brito early on in the season. And I remember there was one outing, I think it was actually against the Minnesota Twins, where he got absolutely lit up and he was uber popular for DFS. He was like 30% owned on that slate. And was it that matchup against the Twins? Yeah, it was. So Brito in that start ended up going 2/3 of an inning, 0 strikeouts, and gave up 7 earned runs. It's been a really rough go for him. Overall for the year, 5.4 ERA, 5.16 xFIP this year. He's just 11 strikeouts in 15 innings. He has 3 or less strikeouts in 3 consecutive starts. He's already struggled once against the Minnesota Twins this year. Not saying that's the reason to bet the unders because of that one start, but overall, the results for him have been underwhelming. The strikeouts haven't been there. I like under 4.5 strikeouts for Johnny Brito. And oh, by the way, I realized I just misspoke. I said I'd posted a basketball bet in Chalkboard earlier. I didn't. It was a baseball bet. This is actually the one that I bet. Edward Cabrera on the road against the Braves, plus money for under 5.5 strikeouts. Just a really difficult matchup for Edward Cabrera, who's been an inconsistent up and down pitcher throughout his career to this point. 5.5 strikeouts. It's a pretty wide line, or a pretty big line, I should say, against a really, really difficult Atlanta Braves offense. And it is plus money as well on the under. So that is the bet that I'd thrown into our Chalkboard channel earlier today. That's what I liked looking at for baseball. Now let's go build out a prize picks parlay. Try to make sure we've only got props in here for today, which we do, and really spanning the different options here. We've got baseball, we've got basketball, we've also got hockey in here. I'm going to take out the Bam Adebayo prop because of the concerns that I had before with Jimmy Butler being questionable. So yeah, no more basketball in here, but I'm okay with that as long as, yes, this is plus EV. So 5-leg flex parlay here on prize picks for today. Timo Meyer over 3.5 shots on goal. Kyle Connor over 3.5 shots on goal. Nathan MacKinnon to not score a goal. Jorge Soler over 0.5 total bases. And then Alex Cobb over 4.5 strikeouts. That is a 5-leg flex parlay over on prize picks. 5% expected win rate. good for a 13% expected ROI. If you guys are playing on Prize Picks, check out the tools we have here in OddsShopper. It's not just sports books like DraftKings and FanDuel. We've also got Prize Picks and No House Advantage in here as well. So that does it for me. If you guys want to check out this 7-day free access to OddsShopper, use the link below and sign up. And if you haven't done yet, like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hope you guys had a great weekend. Time to start another good week. Let's win our bets today.